Okay, we're going to move on to dividing fractions. These are going to have your notes and the homework in the same PowerPoint. So for the first part here, to divide rational expressions multiplied by the reciprocal, this is something that we should already know. Okay, so think about it as keep, change, flip. Okay, so for the first one, these are monomials, and then the second example, those are actually binomials and trinomials. So for example 1, you're going to keep, change, flip. So 12c squared d, okay, keep everything for the first one, times, and then you're going to flip them. So you're going to multiply it by the reciprocal. Notice how it's division, but you're going to manipulate it to basically change it into multiplication, which is what you've been doing from last week and this week. Okay, I'm left with 120 a, b, c squared d, 5 a squared, b squared. And now that I've done this, I'm going to kind of keep going and simplify this. So I'm going to be left with, okay, this is 24. And remember that the exponent with the, or the one with the higher exponent is the one that where it's going to stay either at the bottom or the top. Whoops. And then this would be your answer. Because of the 2 minus the 1, you're left with a at the bottom. 2 minus the 1, you're left with b at the bottom. The c's cancel out, and then 2 minus the 1 for d is at the bottom. So your answer is 24 over a, b, d. I'm going to clear this because I need the room. So again, number 2, you're going to do keep, change, flip. But when you keep, change, flip, you're still going to have to factor these. Okay, you didn't have to do that here because there was nothing to factor. But you do have to factor the other one. So if you want, rewrite it first. I don't waste time rewriting it, but I'm going to, just so I don't lose some of you. Whoops. Notice I did keep, change, and then flip. You multiply it by the reciprocal. Now you're going to go ahead and factor this. And then cancel the stuff out that needs to be canceled. Okay, I'm not going to do that for you. And I did give you the answer. Alright. Let's go ahead and do some of these together. And then do it on your own. Check your answers. Check your work. So for the first one, again, keep, change, flip. So I'm going to be left with x to the third power, y to the second power, x to the third power. And then you're going to go ahead and simplify them. These cancel out. You're left with 1 over y. Okay. Alright. Let's do 4. Now you're going to do keep, change, flip. Technically this is over 1. So now you're going to simplify this. Canceling or simplifying those. So I'm left with 1s. So now at the top, I'm left with x because 2 minus the 1. And then these actually cancel, which means I'm left with just 1y at the bottom. So you're left with x over y. Right. Remember for 5, you're going to have to do 3x, y over 1. And then you're going to do keep, change, flip. So for number 6, you have to do what's inside the parentheses first and then outside. So I'm going to clean up the inside first. I'm left with 12x squared, 3x. This is going to turn into, we're left with 4 here and 1 here. This is just going to end up being 4x. But then you have to divide it by the x squared over 25. And you're going to have to do keep, change, flip. Okay, so that's a 1 here. You can simplify beforehand. It's really up to you. So I'm going to be left with 25 over 2x. So this 4 cancels out to a 1. That's a 2 here. I'm still left with a 25 and the 2. I can't simplify those anymore. This is an x to the first power, x to the second power. Because it's higher at the bottom, it stays at the bottom, and it's 2 minus the 1. That's how I got the 2x. And then I'll help you get started on 7, and then I'll do 8. So for 7, you're going to have to factor out the 8 here. The 20 stays. Remember that you're doing keep, change, flip. So now the 40 is up here. Factor out the 3. And then keep going from there. Cancel stuff out. Okay, so keep, change, flip. Alright, I'm going to do number 8. I'm going to skip the step of rewriting it because I'm doing that in my head and I don't have that much room anyways. So remember that I'm doing keep, change, flip. So you're going to factor this. Y minus 1, y minus 7, 10y squared times 5y, y minus 7. I already did keep, change, flip. That's what I was saying that I was skipping. Cross off. Y plus 1. And then 2y. And that's my final answer. Remember for number 9, this is basically like saying over 1, so do keep, change, flip. Look at this one. This is a perfect square minus a perfect square, so keep that in mind. Remember this is over 1. You're going to go ahead and factor, but because the a is greater than 1, this is the one that you're going to have to multiply it. I'll do the work off to the side. So I'm going to be left with these two factors, but because I multiplied by 6, I'm going to have to divide by 6. Before you get rid of that fraction, you're going to have to simplify this. Okay, now you can cancel it or get rid of it. Whoops, this is negative, by the way. All right. So x plus 1, 3x minus 1. There's nothing I can do there. You're going to do keep, change, flip. These cancel. So you're left with 1/3. Alright, I'm going to do 11 for you and then help you out on 12. So for 11, remember keep, change, flip. So you're going to do 90 to the 4th power, nothing you can do there. So there's stuff you can cancel and there's, and then it'll get you your final answer. So go ahead and keep going. For number 12, you're going to be able to factor something out. 6x. Can't do anything with the 4x at the bottom. Keep, change, flip. Factor out a 4 here. You guys continue that one. It should give you some nice things to cancel out. And check your answer. Right. Let me see. Okay, I'm going to do 13 with you. So you need negative 14 and positive 5. So I'm going to get y plus 7, y minus 2, 9y, nothing you can do there. Keep, change, flip. You're going to get y. We're going to be left with y minus 6, y minus 2. Then you're going to cancel some stuff out from here. Okay. 3, that cancels out. So you're left with y plus 7, 3 times y minus 6. Notice how I'm keeping those parentheses. You need to keep those. Alright, you should be able to do 14. Alright, let me go over some of these. I am going to do, I'm trying to find some like the difficult, medium or difficult ones for you guys. Let's do 15 and 17. Alright, so 15, you're going to factor out a 6. Leave the x minus 1. Remember, keep, change, flip. Factor out a 2. And then find the factors. And then you guys can cancel from here. Okay, so I'm just setting a lot of these up for you guys. Number 17. This is one of those, again, that you're going to have to multiply. So because the a here is greater than 1, and you can't take out a GCF, you're going to have to multiply those two. I'm going to do the work off to the side here. Okay, now x plus 3, x plus 3. But because I multiplied by 9, I'm going to have to divide by 9. You have to simplify before you get rid of that fraction. Then you're left with 3x plus 1 for both of them. I'm going to write them separately. I'm not going to square it because it's going to be easier for me to see. Let me change the color. So 3x plus 1, 3x plus 1. And then keep, change, flip. Changing the color so that you guys don't get mixed up with this stuff. And then from here, you can cancel out. Alright. Let's see. I think all these other ones are kind of straightforward, guys. For 18, I'll just kind of walk you through a little bit, I guess. 9x cubed, there's nothing you can do. At the bottom, you're going to factor out an x. And then do keep, change, flip here for me. Okay. So you guys keep going from here. Cancel stuff out. Alright, let's look at